Imagine for a minute that you're one of the 1.1 billion people around the world without power. What do you miss? There are a lot of things we use electricity for, but none so important as light. Without electricity to power a light source, life essentially stops after sunset. What if there were an affordable, effective solution to providing a simple source of electricity to those without it? Hi, my name is Austin and I am with Rhyno. Rhyno creates affordable solar energy solutions for families in the developing world. Our product, the Rhyno Cube, is a solar-powered battery unit that provides long-lasting renewable energy for families in need of power. People in urban and developing areas own lights, cell phones, and small appliances, but do not have a suitable solution to power them. Power in the developing world is unreliable and expensive. Our solution is a solar-powered generator that is reliable and affordable. Rhyno began its journey by pursuing the Nigerian urban market. We wanted to create a reliable power solution for a market that could afford it. We had a few assumptions about our market from the beginning. First, we assumed that there was a lack of power solutions for Nigerians in urban areas who could afford power. Second, we assumed they needed electricity for lights and cell phone charging in their homes. Finally, we assumed that the Nigerian market would not be familiar with solar energy, but we could educate them. Through surveying and interviewing 21 potential consumers, we found that Nigerians living in urban areas were hungry for a solar power solution to the need for lights and cell phone charging. We also found that Nigerians were experienced with solar power, which increased our confidence in this market. After meeting with the mentor panel, we adopted camping and disaster relief as potential markets. From here, we moved to test our value proposition and more narrowly define our target market. We assumed that the price point and modular design of our product would be of most interest to our consumers. We assumed consumers would prefer the solar panel to be attached to the unit rather than detachable. For the Nigerian market, we assumed that the mother of the household would be the primary purchaser of our product. We also hypothesized that camping and disaster relief were potential markets. After conducting another survey with 25 potential consumers in the Nigerian market, we discovered that price and durability were the most important product features to our consumers. We also discovered that our markets preferred a detachable solar panel. We discovered that fathers were the primary purchasers of electronics in Nigerian homes. And then as for our camping and disaster relief markets, we surveyed 122 potential consumers and found that camping was more yielding than disaster relief. We decided to stop pursuing disaster relief as an option and discovered that our camping market was interested in helping developing countries with the purchase of our product. Next, we pursued the channels through which we would get our product into the hands of consumers. We assumed that the best way to reach the Nigerian market was through local marketplaces and direct sales from representatives. For our camping market, it was assumed that online would be the best channel. As far as the marketing in Nigeria, we assumed that billboards would be the most effective. After surveying our markets, we discovered that direct sales would be the best way to break into the Nigerian market. We also discovered that radio was the best way to advertise. We found that our camping market primarily bought electronics online. We also discovered that NGOs would be willing to work with us to develop and distribute our product. Following channel exploration, we looked into revenue. We assumed that our Nigerian market would need financing for our product. We set our price at $99 and surveyed both markets. We found that Nigerians were not interested in financing options. After surveying 109 people in the camping market, we found a divide between those willing to pay more for power and those wanting to keep the price low. Finally, we explored our partners and our resources. We talked with directors of 3 global nonprofit organizations and all displayed interest in partnering with us. For our resources, we assumed that China would be a key resource in order to keep the price of our component parts to a minimum. After talking with an engineering professor, we discovered that China and India are the key players in solar energy. After meeting with our mentor panel one last time, we were convinced that we needed to narrow our target market. We decided to get rid of the camping market and pursue the NGO and Nigerian markets. We learned a few things along the way. We began thinking that the modular design of our product really set us apart. We saw it as a huge piece of our value proposition. After achieving data from customers, however, there was a general consensus that the modular design was not the most important part of our product. Customers wanted durability and affordability. We quickly learned that trying to pursue 2 radically different markets, US campers and Nigerian dads, was too much for a startup business to take on. These 2 markets are so different, and we have decided to set down the camping market and focus our attention on Nigeria and NGOs. Through our testing, we believe that there is a viable market in Nigeria and other developing areas. All the data we have received from people in Nigeria tells us that they are seeking substantial power. We have learned that getting feedback from customers is rewarding and often forces us to make sometimes radical changes to our business model. Thank you for watching.